Welcome back to NC Bass, and I'm back on Lake Norman. Was just here 2 days ago. We got a front coming in 2 days, but it's been kind of stable for yesterday and today. It was kind of warm yesterday, but we're gonna do a challenge. Pearson's always trying to get me to fish deep. He's a big believer in fishing deep. I'm convinced that all the big fish in Lake Norman are relatively shallow. So we're gonna do a deep fish versus shallow fish. I think all the dinks school up out deep, but I know there's some big spots out there too, and you can find a school of big spots. But I think the largemouth stay shallow around cover. But he thinks you can catch more fish deep, and fishing the moment's got a lot of people thinking they can catch fish deep, even me sometimes. But I struggle fishing deep, so today we're gonna do a challenge. I'm thinking we probably catch more deep, but they'll be smaller, but we'll see. We're gonna do a deep fishing versus shallow fishing, see which one produces more. 2 days ago, it definitely was a shallow bite, but it was cloudy. Today it's sunny. We got a little bit of clouds, but kind of bluebird skies, so it will push the fish shallow. But I still think we'll catch a few bigger fish. I mean, push the fish deep. I still think we'll catch a few bigger fish shallow. But when it's sunny like this, these fish, and we got a little bit of wind coming in later. It's gonna be like 7 miles per hour, so it might school the fish up deep, but it might push them up on these riprap walls too, which these fish trying to get warm. But we'll do the challenge today, see which one we catch more at. Let's see how it goes. Fish. What in the world? That's what we're supposed to catch, shallow. I mean, not deep, not shallow. We're fishing shallow, and this is what I come up with. So right now, I'm not proving the bigger fish are shallow. But it's Lake Norman, and that's just what you have here. You can't hide from those guys. All right, here's the spot. Here is the spot. Like I said, here's the spot. I called that. Caught 3 back here 2 days ago, and look, they're still back here. And I really thought it was a real fish. He's hooked sideways. I'm trying to drift over the spot like I did last time. Yeah, these shallow fish are fat and healthy. He about got me, then. About got me. The water is 2 degrees warmer back here than at the start of the point, so there's a little bit of running water back here that keeps it a little bit warmer, and it's red clay. On the micro jig, whatever, nano jig. Molex nano jig. It's a stumps out here on this point. Little guy. Still the biggest fish of the day, not a keeper, but there's one for the deep fish. Because that's 22 feet deep. There's some stumps out here and a couple of fish on them. Fish. Oh, good one. Are you kidding me? Man, he come off. He felt like a good fish. Fish right where he should have been, little. A largemouth! Oh, we found a largemouth. The first largemouth I've caught. And he's acting like a spot. A largemouth. I see he's fat and healthy at least. He might make it through the winter time. Hopefully grow up and be huge. I bet you that fish I lost was a decent sized largemouth. I just felt head shakes. Who knows though? They always feel big when you lose them. Throw it at that pole. I know there's a spot sitting on that pole. Fish. Yes. Good one. No, not that good. I made 10 casts down this line. Finally got one to eat it. Maybe the first keeper of the day. A keeper! Finally. We've barely fished deep. I mean, the one spot we fished deep was actually like an accident, but this guy's been caught a few times. Look at his mouth. He's maybe 1 pound. Yep, almost 14 and a half. He's probably 1 pound. Gotta be over 500, ain't it? Oh. What is that, a hybrid?
Yeah, no, it's a spot.
Oh gosh, I thought it was a hybrid.
It was super yellow,
The way he's running too. Well, the curve actually catches fish, guys. I lost the other rock crawler, so now the only rock crawler I have left is a solid red one. I really don't want to throw it, but I just got to try to use the curve. That fish, they're biting it off the bottom too. That guy probably followed it in. He's right up to the boat. He's white. He's been back here for a while in this mud. Fish. Right where he's supposed to be. Good one. Triple grips. Biggest fish of the day. Yeah. Shallow fish. First real fish today. We're about to go fish deep. But I want to stop right here. Or actually, he wanted to stop right here. He got a 3-pounder here a couple weeks ago. That's a 2-pounder. He's skinny. I'd have been glad to catch him. He probably got weighed in yesterday. Look at his face. Fish. Oh, man. Where are you going, fish? He's a small. He tried to pull me into the rocks. Now he's starting to fight. It might be a good one. He's going crazy. Oh, yeah. Nice one. That's why you fish shallow. This is shallow. It's this main lake.
Dude, that's a good one.
Another 2-pounder. That's why he was going crazy. I'm took on top of the head. He was just going a straight line coming at me.
Fish.
That's a nice one, man. That's probably 2.2. Well, guys, midday update. We're finally going to start fishing deep. I mean, we've only fished deep for a couple of seconds. I mean, we made a few casts out deep on a point I was fishing, but we've been fishing shallow. Finally got 2 decent ones, and it was a main lake spot. It wasn't like it was real shallow. It's right there, those rocks in front of Pinnacle. There's always some good fish there. They're probably feeding on crawls. But I'll try this offshore spot that I always fish at. There should be some fish on it. We're going to try to find some more deep spots. He knows about some brush piles. We'll see if we can catch. We're going to compare the size of fish. It's been small dink fish until those last 2, but they were off the main lake. Let's see how it goes. And the wind's blowing right on these spots. There he is. Like usual, out deep is a tiny fish.
Dude, this is...
I'm just kidding. I mean, it ain't even that deep right here in front of the shoal marker, but there's always a dink sitting on that shoal marker. He's not very big. Oh, it might be better. No, he's small too. Shoal marker fishing. The wind's blowing right on the spot, guys. They're gotta be loaded up on these rocks. Robo worm on a Ned head. Average guy on the Mullex jig.
Whoa, hey,
and he about took your bait with him. That would have been bad luck. Flipped off, hooked a crankbait, laid on the ground. That's why it lives deep, guys. Babies.
Shut up, dude. You caught it.
Really? Sweet. Can get mine in. Dirt.
I'm not gonna switch directions.
Dude, it ain't like it's a 10-pounder or something.
It's like it's a 3-pound spot.
Oh, nice. Let's bring him right here.
Get on this side. Get on this side. I'm not gonna switch directions.
He's just barely hooked in the bottom lip.
Yeah, I know.
Wish we had the net now.
Get down.
Nice spot. Oh, he's barely hooked. He's gonna come off. He's gonna come off. He's gonna come off. Look at that freaking 3-pound spot. God, the +2 works. God, that's a spot right there, boy. That's a 20-incher probably. 19 at least. 19 7/8. 19 7/8. It's probably 2.8 at least. He's a keeper probably. Yeah, maybe. That's how you want to hook them, though. They can get off like that. It's probably barely not a keeper. We'll consider this deep water fishing. Plus two.
Yeah.
I mean, it's proven itself today. Plus, you can jerk it up. Like, that's how I catch them at ponds, dude. You just jerk the jerkbait up and it goes crazy. You'll just foul your line up a lot. Fish. Oh. He's been talking about wanting the jerkbait bite all day. We got one, guys.
Yeah. I knew it was
Plus one. He bit it on the paws, the long paws. Mega bass. It's getting the job done today. Still say they cost too much, but they do work. Maybe a keeper.
He's my second one.
Woo! That's a good way to lose an eye. Well, you can see how big he is right now. They're right on here on this. That's why I like fishing bridges, guys. Everybody's like, oh, why do you always fish the 150 bridge? Or bridges, period. You got deep water in the middle, you got 4 points, and when you got current blowing through, you're going to have fish on bridges all the time. Perfect. 14 incher, there's a little keeper. Plus two is fishing, catching them.
How does it hit the water?
Well, we ain't caught a fish in a while since the wind died down. Got one on the plus two. I got my brush hog ripped in half, and then he caught one right in.
Dude, it lost the hook.
It's just tiny. I mean, it ain't that small. He's okay size. Jerk bait fishing, catching them. Man, I didn't want to spook all the fish. I don't know how I'm stuck. There, got it now. Well, at least we got light. He hooked me another one too. Well, some closeout fish. I don't know if you guys can see it. I can't get my flashlight out. That's a close to 15 incher there. Probably spooked them up. We got 4 bites in a row right here until we caught those two, and then hit me stuck on that jet ski lift. Probably spooked them with the trolling motor now, but we'll see. Robo warm. Little weedless heads. Probably missed the first one. Well, guys, never from the outro that day. You can draw your own conclusions to what you think is better the fish are bigger or whatever, but we didn't spend enough time fishing deep, and you've seen he still caught a 3-pound spot deep, and I've been struggling to catch big fish, so that was huge. But we spent a lot more time fishing shallow. I still think shallow is the answer, but definitely when it gets deep in the wintertime, and there's days when you're going to catch them way better deep. Of course, middle of summer, middle of wintertime, you're going to have to fish deep. I'm not good at it, and the video probably showed that too. But you guys let me know in the comments, what do you think is better to fish at Norman, deep fishing or shallow fishing? I still think the bigger fish are shallow. And we caught some on crankbaits, and I got to get one of those plus twos for the wintertime. I mean, that plus two really worked, but he was throwing it up in like 7-8 foot of water, but I guess it was banging off the rocks. I don't know if he got down the rocks, but the fish were biting it. I think it's short snap jerks more than the regular 110 really goes side to side, and the plus one gets a good bit side to side. The bigger the bill is, the less side to side action, but mega bass really do go from side to side. I'm a big believer in the Rapala Shadow Wrap, but the mega bass is worth the money. It will go side to side way better, and plus you can cast them in the wind. That weight transfer system really helps out a lot. I do agree. If you got the money, buy a mega bass. I'm probably going to have to pick up one of those plus twos for wintertime, but next video will probably be me going to Lake James. I'm looking forward to trying there, and I'm hoping I can catch a smallmouth. Who knows? I might not. I know that lake can be tough, but I'm trying to catch a PB smallmouth. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.